Hi guys, it's Debbie from What's Mama Cooking For Us, and today I'm cooking some gingerbread cookies. Now these are made with honey instead of molasses because I was out of, well, I wasn't out of molasses. I ordered molasses and they were out of it at the store, so they didn't send it with my order and I didn't find that out until my order came. So I just went online and looked up a gingerbread recipe that uses honey because I had honey, so I figured I'd do that. And I'm cutting this recipe in half because, as you can see, my flour's almost out. And the original recipe calls for 5 cups of flour. But I ordered wheat flour and some bread flour because I'm going to make some delicious breads for you guys. And I forgot to order regular flour, and I've been doing a lot of baking, so I'm almost out of flour. But here's the recipe. You're going to need a half a cup, which is 1 stick of butter, a half a cup of sugar. I think I'm going to use brown sugar. I got the white sugar out, but I think I'm going to use brown sugar. And it says 1 egg for the original recipe, so I'm not sure if I'm going to put the whole egg in or just break it up and try to put half of it in there. I've never heard of a half an egg in a recipe, but I'm half in this recipe, so that I have to do that. 1 tablespoon of vinegar, a half a cup of honey, 2.5 cups of the flour, and then we're going to need 1/2 teaspoon and 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. So that's a half a teaspoon and 1/4 teaspoon. And then 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. We got our salt here. And then for our spices, we need ginger, ground ginger, of course, 1 teaspoon. A half a teaspoon of cinnamon and a half a teaspoon of cloves. But I always put a little bit of extra spice in all mine, but I gave you the original recipe so you can go by that. But so let's get started, and we'll see if we're going to go with a whole egg or that half an egg. Okay, so in our first large bowl, we have 2.5 cups of flour. And then we need 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So let's put that in. And we need 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. So we're going to do that. Let's see if I got that good. And a half. So we did 1/4 teaspoon and a half teaspoon. And that's because I had to break the recipe up in half. So let's put that over there. Okay, and then for the ginger, we need a whole teaspoon of ginger. And a half teaspoon of cinnamon, and a half teaspoon of cloves. Alright, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Flour, salt, ginger. Okay, so that's it for our dry ingredients. So I'm just going to give that a whisk, but you can sift if you like. But I'm just going to whisk mine. That's what I normally do, just to make sure everything's good and mixed. And it kind of lightens it up as well. So that's all set. And we'll just set that to the side, and we'll start on the wet ingredients. Okay, so for our wet ingredients, we got 1 stick of butter, which is a half a cup, softened. And I'm going to use the whole egg. It's not very large. I'm going to use brown sugar, half a cup. It called for a half a cup of white sugar, so if you want to go with that, that's fine. And then I have a half a cup of honey. And my honey is crystallized a little bit, but once I get mixing it, it'll be fine. And I sprayed the little container so it would come out nice for me. I'll get the rest of it out in a minute. And then that 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. I've never seen that in a recipe, but that's what it calls for, and that's what we're going to do. And I just wanted to show you guys, I keep my brown sugar in this container here, and it's as soft as can be. Let me show you. See how soft that is? And I got this at Wegmans, and it comes with the little terracotta thing, and that really does keep it soft. Keep it closed tight, and it really does work really good. So let me get this mixed, and I'll be right back. All right, so I just got that all mixed. And these cookies are going to be a little light because we're missing molasses. But they're going to be good. Set your stove at 350. These cook 9 to 11 minutes. And now we're just going to add our wet ingredients into our dry ingredients. So let's pull that up here. And let me get that started. Oh, sorry, guys. I forgot. These have to sit in the fridge for an hour. An hour or two, you can leave them in the fridge. I said set your oven, but yeah, you don't have to set that yet. I just want to make sure I gave you the temperature, which is 350. Because I'm always leaving something out or putting in the wrong thing. So forgive me. And if you guys find mistakes, look in the description box. I'll make sure I have the correct everything, hopefully. So let's get this mixed good. And then we're going to form it into a ball and put it in some ceramic. Ceramic? No, where did that come from? Saran wrap. It's late. Okay. It's, I don't know. It's like 4:30, but this is my third batch of cookies today. So I'm getting tired. But that's no excuse. You know, I always can't find my words anyway or say the wrong thing. But let me just get this all stirred up and get it into a ball. Okay, so I got that mixed pretty good. You can do this in your mixer as well. It was a bit of a workout for me to do by hand, but no big deal. Just trying to make sure everything's incorporated. And then I'm going to put it in the ball and put it in the wrap. Okay, and I know I probably didn't say these are roll-out cookies, but just put it in a piece of saran wrap. And then I like to push mine out as much as possible because you're going to roll this dough out, and the more you have it pushed out, the better. So put it in your fridge for a good hour. Flatten it out, and then that way when you go to roll it, it's almost flat already. So get your cookie cutters out. I'm not sure if I'm going to decorate these or not, or if I'm just going to put some little regular like white frosting on there just to make a face and the buttons down. But you know, you decorate them up how you want. But yeah, so be back in an hour and we'll get started on rolling out these cookies. And oh, I forgot to tell you guys, they smell so good. I mean, amazing, and they taste good too. And of course, if you say you're not tasting your cookie batter after you're all done and get ready to put that spoon in the sink and you give it a little lick, then you're not really making cookies right. All right, just kidding, guys. I'll see you back in an hour. Okay, so for our frosting, we're just going to need 2 cups of powdered sugar, 1 to 2 tablespoons of milk, 4 ounces of cream cheese, and a teaspoon of the vanilla. Or you could use whatever flavorings that you like for whatever type of cookies you're making. And of course, we'll need some food coloring. And so let me get everything set up and we'll start making it. Okay, guys, so what I did was I just took the cream cheese right out of the container and just cut it right in half, and I put it in this bowl, and then I just been beating it a little bit just so it's nice and soft before you start with the other ingredients. But you should take it out at least a good hour or two to have it at room temperature. So then we're going to put our two cups of confectioner sugar. This is a 2-cup measure. And we also need 1 teaspoon of vanilla, or whichever flavor you choose. And then we need 1 to 2 tablespoons of milk. So I just put 2 tablespoons in there, and we're going to see how much we need, because you never know. So I put about a tablespoon in. We'll get started with that. Yeah. And then let me just get this started because I don't want it to go all over the place. Okay, so you got to get in there good and get all that cream cheese mix before you want to add more milk. And so I kind of got to do that off camera, but I'll show you where I'm at in a minute. Okay, so just keep going around and scraping your bowl down as you go. Sorry, there's a shadow, guys. It's getting dark out. Well, it's been dark out, you know, with the time change. So just keep stirring and get a good consistency, and then see if you need a little bit more milk. Okay, so I think I'm going to need a little bit more milk, so I'm going to go ahead and add it. Just a little at a time, guys. And scrape down your bowl as best you can. All right, it's looking good. It just needs to be scraped down. It's still kind of thick, so I think I'm gonna add some more milk. And then I'll show you after a little bit more milk. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a little bit more milk. It's almost right where I want it. I just need it a little bit thinner. And I'm only making a small batch, guys, so you guys wanna double this up. This is for my gingerbread cookies, but if you want, you can double this up and make a bigger batch. All right, guys, it's all set. We got a little milk left in the bowl, not much. So I did use 2 tablespoons, but it might depend. And it depends on how you like it as well. And I meant to say, when I put the powdered sugar in, I forgot to put in the pinch of salt. So I put in a pinch of salt. And this is like the consistency I'm looking for. And you can go thinner or thicker. It's up to you. And that's pretty much it. It's easy. It's simple. And I hope you guys give this a try. And yeah, I'll show you. I'm gonna make some colors, and I'll show you what those look like. So it's all divided up. I've decided to use red, yellow, and green. So I just put a little red in. I don't really measure. Just put it in. With some yellow. And some green, and I'm gonna leave one white. And I'm gonna put my frosting recipe up in the corner so you can check that out. That's vegetable shortening Crisco frosting, and this is my cream cheese frosting. So yeah, so you just get these mixed up. I'm not going to be able to do this on camera, of course, but I'll get them mixed up and then I'll come back and show you guys, okay? Okay, so just stir it really, really good. Get down in the corners and make sure you get all the white so you can't see any more white. And I'll show you the consistency. Okay, and then I'm just going to put these in my refrigerator, and they're all set to go. I think I'm going to do my cookies in the morning because it's getting dark. It's not really dark. It's only like 5 o'clock, but it's dark in here. So yes, I'm going to put all these in the fridge. And okay, yeah, so we're all done. And these go right in your fridge. You can either use them now. I'd let them sit for like, maybe 10, 15 minutes. And then give them a good stir, and then you could go ahead right now and use them now. Or you can put them in your fridge and take them out about 15 minutes, so a half hour before you're ready to use them. Give them a really good stir, make sure it's real creamy. And okay, so the colors are all ready. I'm going to put them in the refrigerator because I'm going to do my cookies tomorrow, guys, because it's dark out. It's like 5:30 and it's already dark. But yeah, just give them a really good stir after you take them out of the fridge. Take them out, a few minutes beforehand. And then just stir them really well. And they'll last in the fridge 2, 3, 4 days. And like I said, do up a double batch. Because this doesn't make a lot. I don't need a lot of white. But, I got a pretty good, decent amount of the other colors. Just for the cookies. Alright. So, we'll be back tomorrow. But for you guys, it'll be a minute. Alright, so I started cutting out the gingerbread men. And I'm using parchment paper, but you don't need to. And I just wanted to show you with the little pieces left after you make the bigger ones, you can make these little baby guys with this little guy. So let me get this rolled out and I'll show you. All right, I just wanted to say this dough is so easy to work with. Remember, this wasn't my recipe. I just got it offline. It is so easy to work with, no flour. It just rolls out real nice. And what I do is I just put them in the corner as best you can. And get a couple really good ones. And then these baby ones you can fit, all along. Oops, I might have lost part of that arm. Sorry about the shadow, guys. It's dark in here. It's actually a day later. I never did get to these because I got busy with the holidays and stuff. So yeah, so just going to keep cutting them out like that and put them in the oven at 350 for 8 to 10 minutes. All right, so here's all the little guys. And this is even the one that was the cookie cutter of my son's. It actually is almost the same as this one. But yeah, came out cute. And so I'm just going to, these sprinkles that I have, all these different sprinkles, I'm going to use these ones for his little buttons down his shirt and his eyes. And maybe these for the eyes or the mouth. And stir your frosting up really good. And we'll be right back and start frosting. Right, don't these look delicious? They just came out. They smell amazing. And I make mine really big. And my cookie cutters are big. And I also make mine rather thick. So I'm going to let these rest and get the other ones done. Just wanted to show you, I'm just going to take this whole paper and slide it right onto the cookie sheet. And that way I put away everything already and now I'm all set to go. Alright, and the little babies are all done now. And I meant to tell you, just give them a little touch. They should be a little strong on top and a little brown on the bottom. And they're so cute. Alright, you guys, so the cookies are all baked. I don't know if I said it, but the little ones took 6 to 7 minutes. And the bigger ones took a good 10 minutes because, like I said, I made mine pretty thick. Like this one's really a fat guy because I like them thick. And I'm no decorator, but there's what I got. And then the other ones, I'm just going to decorate them up, you know, with just a big bunch of frosting because everybody loves frosting. And my granddaughter, she's on her way over, so she's going to help me. So I'm not going to close out yet. Maybe you'll get to see her and say hi to her. These are the easiest cookies. They're delicious. And I'm actually going to give this one a bite. Look at that. Cute. Yeah. Delicious. Really, really good, guys. They're soft. And that's how I like mine. Very good. I hope you guys give these a try.
Hi, Merry Christmas.
This is my granddaughter, Milani. And she's here to help make some cookies. Okay, Milani is good. Oh, Milani is choosing yellow. And she's doing such a good job. She's already done a couple.
Well,
okay, guys, they turned out so cute. And we had such a good time. Glad you guys could join us. Milani's still working on one. And I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday from our house to your house. And I just hope everyone's staying safe, be careful, and be blessed, guys. See you in the new year. Happy New Year.
I put